Hello guys, and thank you for joining me for another video. Today we're learning about vertical motion. And vertical motion relates with calculating the time it will take for one object to reach its destination. So suppose you have a ball and you want to throw it, and you have to calculate how much time it will take for the ball to reach the other side. And yeah. So, first things first, this is Algebra 1 and not physics or rocket science. So let's just say all the conditions are perfect and there are no other factors that can impact the time it will take. So yeah, in vertical motion you'll be using three formulas. You'll be using the drops and falls formula, which is h equals -16t squared plus s, where h is the end height, t is the time, s is the start height, thrown upward, which is and the formula for thrown upward is h equals -16t squared plus vt plus s, same things, except that the v is for velocity. Thrown downward, and which is h equals -16t squared minus vt plus s. So just a brief explanation of each formula. Drops and falls. So suppose you have a ball, you want to drop it, and you're not applying any force, you're just dropping it and letting the gravity do its thing. So that's the formula you would use for that. Thrown upward, you're just throwing a ball and upward, and you want to see how much time it will take for it to reach the other side. And thrown downward, so suppose it's like the drops and falls formula, except you're applying more force and you're throwing it downward. So yeah, there's velocity there. So let's get started. So for the drops and falls formula, suppose the question says you are let's say you are standing on a tree, and the branch you're standing on is 500 feet high, so your height is 500. And from 500 feet, you want to drop a ball, and you want it to hit a rock that's 6 feet high. So your end height would be 6. So what you do here is you just use this formula and then plug these numbers into the variables. So your end height is 6 equals -16t squared plus your start height of 500 feet. From here, what you do is you just move the 6 over here, and you just solve the quadratic. It'd be 0 equals -16t squared plus 494. And from here you solve the quadratic. And if you don't know how to solve the quadratic, yet, feel free to watch my previous videos on quadratics and you'll be good to go. And typically you'll get a positive and a negative answer. Obviously there is no negative time here, so you would just use the positive answer. And if you do get two positive answers, I'll just explain it later on. So let me just go over the formulas, and I'll explain why, in what case you would get two positive answers. So for the second one is the thrown upward formula. So suppose you are again on a height of 500. You have climbed a huge tree, and you just want to hit an air balloon that's at a height of 600 feet. Okay, that's at a height of 600 feet, and the speed at which you're throwing the ball is the velocity would be, I don't know, let's just say 30. All right, so your end height would be the balloon, which is at 600 feet. 600 equals -16t squared plus your velocity of 30. 30t plus your start height of 500. Again, you just move the 600 over here and you solve the quadratic. And let me just draw this out and visually explain why you would get two positive answers. So suppose the tree is over here, alright, and the air balloon is over here. So if you get two positive answers, what's happening here is the smaller number that you'll get is if the ball directly hit the air balloon. And the larger number you'll get is if it missed the air balloon, but then it came back and hit the air balloon. And yeah, so it's direct versus missing and then coming back. So yeah, the question will probably tell you if it was a direct hit, or if the ball missed it in the first try, or like if the ball just missed it and then came back and then hit it. So yeah, depending on what the question is saying, you choose your answer. But yeah, that's why you will probably get two positive answers. But then, let's just continue on with the formulas. So again, let's just say you are at a height of 500 feet, you're on a tree or a hill, whatever you want, and then you're really mad at your little brother, and your little brother is under the tree, and you want the ball to hit your little brother, alright? Again, I'm just joking, don't be offended, be nice to your brothers or siblings or whatever. Okay, so suppose your brother is, let's just say, 5 feet tall. So your end height would be 5, and suppose you are throwing the ball at a speed of 20. Again, you would just plug it in. Your end height would be 5 equals negative 16t squared minus your velocity of 20t plus your start height of 500. Again, just move the 5 here, have it equal to 0, and you just solve the quadratic. And again, if you don't know how to solve a quadratic yet, just watch one of my previous videos. And yeah, again, this isn't rock science, it's just Algebra 1, so don't freak out over the other factors of wind and how other things could impact your situation. So yeah, just think everything is perfect, alright? There is no wind, it's a perfect day, everything is perfect, even though nothing is perfect, but in Algebra 1, everything is perfect, alright? And yeah, this is vertical motion. If you have any questions, please put them below in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.